In the days before the internet proliferated audio, like what you're listening to now, the airwaves were full of mysteries. Programs and moments would go out into the air and away into the ether. But tonight, a terrifying moment has been caught on tape for your posterity. Tonight, there will be no fancy, slick intro, because this is the 200th time I've sat down with you all to share the spooky. So get comfortable. This episode is extra special and extra terrifying. Listener discretion is of course advised, but as I hope you already know as well as I do, this is Weekly Spooky. Hello, my spookies. It's Wednesday, and you know what that means. It's time for a whole lot of spooky in your weekly. This is the 200th time I've sat down to share something chilling with all of you. And honestly, my mind is blown. I don't know exactly what to say, which is not normal for me. This program has grown so much and meant so much to me. It's gotten me through so many hard times. Not just personal, but professional and financial. You've all helped me have something to look forward to. In a rather obscenely busy life, you've helped me pay for my dog's chemotherapy. You've written me kind letters and notes. Many of you have submitted your own terrifying stories, and I've loved every second of it. I haven't missed a single week in 200 episodes of Weekly Spooky, and I'm very proud of that. And I'm proud of all of you for spending your time with me. So tonight, much like we did on our 100th episode, we are doing something very special and something we've never done before. On the 100th episode, we had a multitude of authors contribute stories. This time, I've written the story a bit more in my own wheelhouse as a feature film director. I've written a script and performed it with some fellow actors, and I'm very, very proud of the results. And if you listen closely, you may just hear a few familiar voices of collaborators, authors, and dear friends along for the ride. So get comfortable. Make sure you're subscribed because I really do appreciate it. Enjoy this program, and when it's over, you might get to hear me get a little misty-eyed, because I'm amazed at what we've all created together. But first, a quick word from our sponsor. Imagine for a moment you're at a garage sale. You're the kind of person who loves vintage and nostalgia. So when you see a big box full of cassette tapes, yes, the kind you used to listen to in your car when you were a teenager, you jump at it. You see albums that you enjoy and have enjoyed your entire life. But there's one unlabeled tape, a tape that appears to be a home recording. This is Over the Scare, written by Henrique Couto and starring Henrique Couto, Dan York, and Rachael Redolfi. Now you take the mysterious cassette tape, put it in your deck, rewind it, and then, my dear listener, you hit the play button.
Free socks.
If you think talk is cheap, you better get out your checkbook.
It's the Rick and Rock Show on 101.9 WGAB.
It's that time again, my friends. You're listening to WGAB 101.9 and the Rick and Rock Show on July 3rd. I'm Ricky.
I'm Rocky.
He speaks. Rocky, how are you? I'm just kidding. Please don't answer that.
It's going to be one of those shows again, huh?
Usually I bully you out of malice and rage, but tonight, oh my dear friend, I'm simply jubilant and so very happy.
That would be a nice change of pace, not getting crapped on the whole night.
Well, don't get too excited. My bullying tonight will be strictly from a place of joy and only, baseline rage.
Baby steps.
You didn't even ask me why I'm so giddy.
Why are you so giddy?
I thought you'd never ask. Because you see, my companion of, less than acceptable intelligence, as of this morning, we are officially the most popular talk show in Washington, D.C.
Most popular weekend talk show.
Your qualifiers mean nothing to me, peasant. We're breaking records in weekend radio. So while, yes, in the industry, we have been maligned as the outcasts for being on during the weekend and the evenings, in the words of my Grammy, we've turned chicken crap into chicken salad right here.
I'm happy to be part of it.
Huh? Oh, I meant the royal we. I didn't even realize you'd shown up.
That's weird because I have this thank you note in my desk drawer right here from you.
Nonsense! That's not my signature, and there isn't a jury in the world that would convict me.
You even signed it. Your friend.
This level of slander must be an FCC violation, and I'm reporting it.
Admit it. We're a team, and we're friends.
You're a sick and cruel person, you know that? I try to run a family-friendly show, and you're over here throwing this kind of stuff out into the ether.
Are you coming to my barbecue tomorrow?
I wouldn't miss it for the world. What's on the menu at the Rocky compound for this 4th of July anyway?
Hot dogs and burgers. I like to go classic.
You caveman! No vegetables in sight?
I've got corn and baked potatoes. They're just not the star of the show.
You grilled corn last year and, well, my friend, it was terrible.
It was tender.
You cooked them out of the husk. Horrible mistake. There were grill marks right on the, it's supposed to be succulent. It's supposed to be supple. And instead it was like crunching on popcorn out of an ashtray.
Why would I need to cook it in the husk?
All right. I'm going to say this slowly so that even you can understand it, let alone the audience. You soak it in cold water, your corn in the husk. Then you grill it in the husk. It protects it from burning. And it steams the corn. How on earth do you not know this?
Sounds like a lot of work.
There you go, boys and girls. This is why America is falling apart. We'd win a war every now and then if it weren't a lot of work.
I guess this is the time when I should mention the phone lines are open.
Oh, I dare anyone to say I'm wrong on any of my statements. Everything I say is entirely thought out and sincere. 202-154-TLAK. That's 202-154-TALK. Let your voice be heard right here on 101.9.
So, besides your opinions on grilled corn,
I'll bring some of my own, by the way, and a good kielbasi.
Do you like the 4th?
Well, you get grilled hot dogs and explosives, so what's not to like?
That patriotism doesn't bother you?
Why would that bother me?
You're pretty critical of the country, you know.
Well, that's what makes me a patriot. Oh, my Lord, seriously. That's what makes the country great. Free speech and affordable fake breasts. Oh, caller, you're on the air.
How could you say that about our troops?
What did I say about the troops?
You said they wouldn't work hard to win a war.
Oh, I did. And I'm right on that one.
I'm proud of our military.
I get that. I really do. It's like cheering for your son at his football practice, even though little Billy's bow-legged and they had to special order a helmet to fit his massive melon, you know? He's your boy, and no matter how classically obvious it is he's deficient, well, you just have to cheer for him.
That's nice.
What? Did I stutter?
Don't disrespect the men and women who defend our freedom.
There it is. I wouldn't have freedom without a bunch of Neanderthals marching into some sandbox in the Middle East to drink moonshine and find the nearest whorehouse.
I don't think you can say that.
What?
Whore.
Whore? That's not a swear word. It's in the Bible.
I don't think it is.
Well, it should be.
I think...
Caller? Oh, I forgot all about you.
If you don't like this country, you should get out.
Why don't you make me?
Making friends everywhere you go.
What can I say? I've just got one of those faces.
Weren't you in the Army?
United States Marine Corps. 2 tours. Semper Fi. Rocco, you look kind of tired. I mean, even for you. Did you not sleep so well last night?
Having a 7-year-old and a 2-year-old will do that.
Don't you talk bad about the 7-year-old. I'm almost certain she's mine.
Nice try. My wife wouldn't fall for your talk. Besides, she only likes small penises.
All right, you got me. She turned me down outright after I dropped trow on Easter.
She appreciated that you painted your balls. Very festive.
Well, I do what I can. I didn't get much sleep either last night, actually.
Remembering?
Remembering what?
I'm sure just about any of your memories would keep you up at night.
Rocco, don't be a piker. That's what the alcohol is for.
Oh, my mistake.
I was up late last night, believe it or not, with my new girlfriend.
This is news to me.
Her name is Laura, and she's, some kind of a Tomb Raider.
The video game?
Don't put that judgment in your voice. I can hear it now. This series of polygons and simulated gravity has made me feel things I've honestly never felt before.
Well, my friend, I'm happy for you both.
You know my last girlfriend, Linda. Do you remember Linda?
I don't.
She was all right, but we spent so much time together, and I could never find her controller, you know? Especially when she'd start yapping about wanting to get married or buy a house or honestly, whatever it was she was saying, I was checking out pretty often.
How do you do that?
Do what?
Offend nearly everyone in the first 10 minutes of the show.
I was a Marine, Rocco! Leave no man behind!
Semper Fi!
Hell yes! By the way, did you know, when I was in college, they actually used to call me Womb Raider.
A bit of a ladies' man, were you?
Oh, no, I was an abortionist.
Dude.
You're listening to WGAB 101.9 and The Rick and Rock Show. We'll be right back with famed psychic medium Sophia Martin after these friendly messages.
How's something like that pay anyway?
Psychic or abortionist?
Yes.
Your nation, your talk.
101.9 WGAB, the voice of the nation's capital.
I'm Tom McLaughlin with your 101.9 WGAB weather forecast for this 4th of July weekend. First of all, expect more of the same heat as we could see temperatures as high as 99 degrees with no clouds in the sky. Be sure to drink plenty of water to stay hydrated, and if you're planning on spending time outdoors, it's recommended that you wear sunscreen and a hat to protect yourself from sunburn. With those precautions in mind, it should be a beautiful time to enjoy the holiday with family, albeit never far from an ice-cold drink. And on a personal note, my son's football team was victorious on Friday night. Go Fighting Panthers! I'm Tom McLaughlin for 101.9 WGAB.
They make talking an art form.
It's the Rick and Rock Show on 101.9 WGAB.
Hey, Rocco, you know I went to the movies last night?
Really? Where was my invite?
I'm not sure. Did you check up your ass?
I'll give it a look at next break. What'd you see?
It was a preview screening of this new comedy. It was called American Pie from Universal. You see, if I say it like that, I'll get way more free tickets in the future.
How was it?
You know, I actually really liked it.
Usually you hate everything.
I laughed out loud multiple times, and my God, my goodness gracious, this chick in it, Shannon something, she is literally flawless. When she came on screen, I was looking for a staple on her stomach because I thought I was looking at a centerfold. Honestly, Rocco, I'm in love.
Oh, congratulations.
Don't worry, there's someone for you in the film too. It has Eugene Levy in it.
The guy from SCTV?
See, you're getting a hard-on already.
I mean, he's pretty funny, and I don't think you could say hard on.
I said heart on, because this is about love, not sex. Rocco, you live and breathe with a truly, truly filthy mind. Repent!
I'll get around to it sooner or later, after I finish opening all of last week's hate mail, which honestly may never be complete. Here's another one.
Careful with that letter opener. If you lose a finger, you won't be able to push a button, which is basically your entire value to the show.
If only it were that easy to get the hell out of here.
That's the spirit! And speaking of spirits, we have a special guest that's getting ready to join us right now. Are you excited to find out the cripplingly sad truth about your future?
Always.
Sophia Martin, a gifted psychic medium based in New Orleans, is making headlines from her... I'm reading copy and it's really hard. Sophia Martin, a gifted psychic medium based in New Orleans, is making headlines for her exceptional ability to provide spiritual clarity and guidance to clients all over the world.
I saw her in the green room. I'd call her a small before I'd call her a medium.
Quiet, kid. I'm reading off a press release so I don't have to be clever.
You've been clever?
Shut up. Sophia, who has been practicing her craft for over 15 years, has gained a reputation for her compassionate, empathetic, and honest readings. She uses a combination of tarot cards,
That's tarot cards,
Gesundheit, astrology, and her natural psychic abilities to offer insight into her client's past, present, and future. I mean, what's there to give insight to on your present? Can she tell you if the cookie you're eating is featuring cashews or macadamia nuts?
Inquiring minds want to know.
Sophia's ultimate goal is to help her clients find peace, understanding, and closure. She believes that everyone has the ability to tap into their intuition and connect with the spirit world, and she is dedicated to empowering her clients to trust their own inner guidance. You know, I wonder how much money you can make telling people to just do what they think they should do. Well, let's find out, because right in the studio today, let's welcome Sophia Martin. Come on in, sweetheart. Hey, oh, hey, come on. Applaud, Rocco. Gosh, there's a lady coming in the building. I know it's been a long time since you were single, but come on.
Oh, thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely, though I'm sure you weren't surprised. You knew we were going to have you on before even we did, right?
That's not exactly how it works, but I had seen some hints this would occur.
What kind of hints? Are you talking visions or reading tea leaves or maybe chicken bones?
Oh, it's more like seeing this moment in a dream, but without context, so it was hard to call it a premonition.
In your dreams, huh? I mean, I do have that effect on women.
Yes, he definitely puts them to sleep.
Remind me to fire you.
Hey, Ricky, remember to fire me, okay?
I'd never give you the freedom. So, what say you give my friend Rocco here a reading?
Well, of course.
Well, thanks for volunteering me.
Always here for you, pal. So, do we need to, hold hands or take off our pants, sacrifice a goat?
Nothing quite so drastic. I simply need Rocky to make brief, focused eye contact with me.
For you, anything.
Well, it makes for great radio as you two stare at each other silently.
Please don't interrupt.
Well, excuse me all to hell. I go back to my days as a sports announcer in college. Now Sophia is looking at Rocky. Rocky is looking at Sophia. No, Sophia is looking at Rocky. There we go, straight down the middle. And!
I'm ready.
Oh man, I was just getting to the good part.
As I connect with the spiritual realm, I sense that you are a man of great energy and charisma. Your magnetic personality and enthusiasm have helped you excel in your role as a radio host.
And all along, I thought he was the boss's nephew. Go figure.
Moving forward, it's important to maintain a sense of balance and inner harmony as you navigate various aspects of your life. In your career as a radio host,
Co-host.
I see a continued success and recognition coming your way. Your unique style and ability to connect with your audience will contribute to your popularity and continued growth.
Talking about his waistline, I would assume.
Keep exploring new opportunities for creative expression, as this will enhance your professional development. It's important to ensure that your busy lifestyle doesn't overshadow your personal relationships. Make time for loved ones, nurturing those connections and deepening your emotional bonds.
My wife does complain a lot about the hours I work.
Amazing! A wife that complains must be ghosts sliding this kind of deep thought information right to Sophia over here.
Is there anything else you'd like to know?
Talk about what we all really care about. Money.
I do see a steady and stable financial situation for you, Rocco. However, it's advisable to maintain a practical approach to money management. Consider seeking professional advice to make informed financial decisions and ensure long-term stability.
I kept telling you to buy Apple stock, but now it's gone up 180%, so I guess you missed out.
My son needed braces.
They were for his teeth, not his legs. He could have waited.
I always appreciate your parenting advice.
Also, give them bourbon more often.
I never give my kids bourbon.
Exactly, more often.
Excuse me, but I'm not done.
Oh, please, continue.
There is a spiritual aspect to your being that is awakening, Rocco. I encourage you to explore your inner self through meditation, mindfulness, or engaging in activities that bring you peace and tranquility. Cultivating a deeper connection with your spiritual side will provide you with guidance and a sense of purpose.
I'm willing to help by providing some crystal anal beads.
You're always so generous.
Do you want me to leave you two alone?
Oh, look at that, Rocco. Psychic lady's got jokes. Hey, well played, well played. You'll fit in very well here.
Would you like me to give you a reading?
I don't know about that.
No sneaking out of it.
Fine. Thrill me, lady.
Okay, look into my eyes, please.
Well, this is getting sexy.
Well, just keep looking. Keep gazing. It is important to approach this with an open mind and a willingness to reflect on your current situation.
Yes, ma'am. Those baby blues would not lie to me.
Well, they're green.
He missed that day in preschool.
I sense that you possess a charismatic and outspoken personality,
Oh, dear. Well, don't tell nobody.
which has undoubtedly contributed to your success. However, it appears that there may be some underlying reasons behind the rudeness and unlikable behavior that you display to others.
What unlikable behavior?
Let her finish.
Shut up, ugly. Continue, please, ma'am.
The energy around you indicates a deep-rooted dissatisfaction within yourself. It seems that you may be harboring unresolved personal issues or insecurities that manifest as a defensive and abrasive attitude. These defensive walls you've built may be a shield to protect yourself from potential emotional pain.
Hey, have you been talking to my ex-wife? Because she is a liar.
I assure you, I'm only listening to what the spirits say.
She doesn't speak English anyway, and that's how I like it.
Look within yourself and explore the reasons behind your behavior. Understand that the true strength lies in vulnerability, and by addressing and healing your inner wounds, you can transform your interactions with others.
Ricky, you good?
I don't know.
It's okay. You're safe with us.
Yeah, us and the hundreds of thousands listening. We're all your friends.
No one gets it. They don't understand.
Are you okay?
No! Every time I find someone and they're special to me, I end up hurting them.
No, I'm sure that's not entirely true.
It is, though. And I know I hurt them, and I can't help it. I don't know how to stop.
Ricky, I'm sorry. I didn't know.
You didn't know that I was in pain? You thought this quick wit was from what? Practice? It's hard to be your friend, you know, but I try my best.
I'm sorry.
My friends are fine, but I can't really love a woman. The moment I do and I show them my real self, it's nothing but pain.
Please, calm down.
I don't want to hurt them, but I'm cursed. It's a part of me, a part of who I am.
Take a few deep breaths. I know it feels impossible right now.
How would you know? You have no idea how challenging it is to have such a gargantuan penis.
And there we are.
Very funny.
Thank you. I'm a professional, actually. You're listening to WGAB 101.9, and we'll be back with psychic medium Sophia Martin taking your calls after the break.
I will.
What, you didn't see that one coming?
We'll be right back on 101.9 WGAB.
Your nation, your talk.
101.9 WGAB, the voice of the nation's capital.
Hey, it's Michelle. When WGAB came to me and said they wanted a show dedicated to anime, I just assumed that they'd called the wrong number. But no, they actually meant to call me. Weird. So I have a show and it's about like really cool stuff involving Japanese culture, like books and film. So tune in this Thursday at 11:30 p.m. when I'm going to discuss this really great new anime film called Perfect Blue. And you can listen and then like you can call in and you can tell me if you liked it or you didn't like it or something like that. And that's right here at 101.9 WGAB with my Japanimation Hour. I asked them to change it, but they haven't responded yet. So hopefully soon, maybe. All right. Thanks, I guess.
If you think talk is cheap, you better get out your checkbook.
It's the Rick and Rock Show on 101.9 WGAB.
101.9 WGAB with Rick and Rock are back at you with our esteemed guest, psychic medium Sophia Martin, coming to you live from our nation's capital to give you a little early fireworks on this 4th of July weekend.
Thank you for having me.
It's our pleasure. Jinx, you owe me a Coke. That's the 6th one this week. I was about to encourage you all to call in and ask Sophia all about your future, but you maniacs are way ahead of me.
They knew before we told them.
Wow, some extrasensory perception at work already, eh? Or they heard us promote this yesterday. Nah, it's gotta be ghosts and stuff.
Ghosts aren't exactly what I deal with.
You don't say.
Spirits are definitively a part of how I see into a person's destiny. They guide me. And of course, the future isn't set, so there's no way to know 100% what will come to pass.
That's a pretty solid cop-out.
I think we have a caller. Rob on line 3.
Before we start, callers, please turn off your radio when calling in, and please have your question ready for Sophia. And don't hog all of her time. We only have so many broadcast hours. And also, make sure your question is a question, not an anecdote, not a story, not a statement, a question.
Are you done?
Maybe.
Rob, you're on.
Yeah, Sophia, I've been at my job for a long time. I make good money, but I'm tired of the grind. I recently had a chance to cash out my 401k tax-free, and I was thinking about purchasing stock at pets.com. It's been growing and growing, and I feel like if I'm not going to pull the trigger now, I should just let it go.
I want to mention the Rick and Rock Show are not financial experts, and all advice given is for entertainment purposes only.
So is it too late to cash in, or should I go for it?
Robert, I'm so happy you asked me for help with this. It doesn't take a psychic to see how well that stock is doing. Getting on before next year will be plenty of time to make a huge difference in your life. By the end of 2000, expect a huge boost.
Thanks so much.
I hate to be a stickler for the FTC, but to confirm, Sophia, do you yourself have any stock in pets.com?
I do not.
Well, it sounds like you should want to.
I don't use my abilities for personal gain.
Then I ask you, please don't grab any of our day-old donuts on your way out tonight.
We have Joe on line 2.
Joe, how can Sophia help you with your future?
Yeah, I'm out of work right now, and I recently got divorced. Well, I'm confident I'll find a job. I'm pretty lonely. I want to know if I'll find someone new.
Ooh, that one is juicy. Will our boy Joe here find love?
I sense a vibrant energy surrounding your romantic life. Love and commitment are on the horizon. Stay patient and open to new possibilities. Trust the journey, and when the time is right, a profound and magical union will manifest. Keep your heart open, and true love may find its way to you.
Sounds hot.
Thanks.
Best of luck, Joel.
It was Joe.
Hey, she would know. That was Joel, and I don't want to hear any different from any of you. Any of you.
All right.
With someone like Joel, do you see words in your mind to tell you he's definitely getting some sweet, sweet lovin', or is it more complicated than that?
As a psychic, I am blessed with a unique connection to the energies and vibrations that surround us. I have honed my intuitive senses to perceive and interpret the subtle cues from the universe. It's like tuning into a cosmic frequency where I receive glimpses of insight and impressions beyond the ordinary. Through my abilities, I tap into the collective consciousness, accessing a wellspring of knowledge and guidance. I am able to see beyond the surface, peering into the tapestry of past, present, and potential futures. I am a conduit, bridging the gap between the seen and the unseen, the known and unknown.
Wow. Do you have that memorized? That was quite a spiel.
Well, I'm a gifted public speaker. I was in the debate team in college.
Hey, me too.
Nerds! Excuse me. I'm sorry. I just, I need a lozenge or something. Oh gosh. Seriously though, do you think it's fair to go into a debate when you can see into your opponent's future?
Well, it doesn't quite work that way.
Ah, yes, spirits can't afford to go to college, or what is it?
It's not about personal gain. I would never use it to enrich myself.
Right. So, no getting the winning lotto numbers.
That would be a very inappropriate use of my abilities.
Oh, yeah, no, I get that. I'm sure there's no cancer charity that could use $24 million either, so...
I really don't appreciate.
Line 6. Dan, you're on the air.
Hey, Dano.
Hey, yeah, I've been struggling to find balance and be happy. It seems like whenever I accomplish good things, I find myself miserable. I don't want to lose all my hard work, but I'm so tired of being frustrated all the time.
I sense a deep longing within you for true happiness and fulfillment. To find it, start by understanding and embracing your authentic self. Uncover your passions, align your actions, and nurture your soul. Look for happiness in genuine connections, relationships, and gratitude for life's simple pleasures. Live in the present. Take small steps toward your dreams and celebrate each and every milestone. Believe in your worthiness. Radiate positivity and attract uplifting energies. Remember, happiness is a lifelong journey. Embrace the lessons, savor the moments of joy, and trust in yourself and the universe.
But where would I start?
My dear, to begin your journey towards happiness, I would suggest starting with self-reflection and self-discovery. Take some time to delve deep within yourself and explore what truly brings you joy and fulfillment. What are your passions, interests, and values? Connect with your authentic self and understand what truly resonates with your heart and soul. Once you have a clear understanding of your desires and aspirations, start incorporating them into your life. Take small steps toward your dreams and goals, even if they seem daunting at first. Break them down into manageable tasks and create a roadmap to guide you on your life's journey.
If that doesn't work, you can always consume a lot of cough medicine recreationally. Thank you, caller.
Hey, the grape flavor goes down real nice after a long day of organizing tape libraries. Or so I hear.
The only flavor cough syrup has in my life is red or green, and that's how I like it. It tastes just like the colors.
I really hope you're joking.
On this show? No, ma'am. We are as serious as a heart attack. There's no room for goofing off on the airwaves, not in this era.
Very funny.
It's about time for a break.
Let's get to the brass tacks of this whole thing, okay? We're in the nation's capital. If you look out that window and squint really hard, you can pretend you're seeing the Washington Monument. There's a presidential election in 2000 coming right up. So, who's going to win? We've got, oh God, who do we, it's looking like George Bush Jr. probably, maybe McCain, but I doubt it. And, crap, what's his name?
Al Gore?
Yeah. How could I forget a name like Al Gore? It's looking like he's got the nomination over Bill Bradley, but let's be honest here. Bill Bradley looks like the kind of guy Dracula would shield his children from if he saw him walking down the street.
Want to get back on track?
Not really, but fine. Okay, so, Sophia, Gore versus Bush. Who's taking the throne?
I really don't involve myself in politics.
You mean to tell me, in the entire spirit realm, no one has an opinion about politics? Hell, in the living world, I wish people would shut up about it. Sounds to me like a ringing endorsement for suicide.
Jeez.
Come on, Soph. Can I call you Soph?
Please don't.
Come on, Soph. Who's going to take the presidency?
Gore. They're saying it will be Al Gore.
You heard it here first, folks. Future president of the United States is Al Gore. The biggest prediction in American history right here on the Rick and Rock Show. We'll be back to take some more of your calls with our psychic Sophia right after this on 101.9 WGAB, Loudmouths from the nation's capital.
Your nation, your talk.
101.9 WGAB, the voice of the nation's capital.
Get ready for the most brutally honest sports talk radio show to ever hit the airwaves. We don't sugarcoat. We don't pull punches. This is where real fans come to debate and dissect the game like never before. Tune in to Gridiron Gods, where we dive deep into the grit and passion of sports. No fluff, no nonsense. We'll tear apart the boneheaded plays, call out the overpaid underperformers, and celebrate the true warriors who leave it all on the field. So if you're tired of the cookie-cutter analysis and polished talking heads, it's time to step into the arena with Gridiron Gods. We're not here to make friends. We're here to bring the heat. Mondays at 8 p.m. on 101.9 WGAB.
They make talking an art form.
It's the Rick and Rock Show on 101.9 WGAB.
Call me now at 202-154-TALK. That's our number if you want a free psychic reading. I'm sorry, I mean if you want to chime in with our resident psychic. What did I say? Anyway, Sophia is here and happy to give you the secrets of the cosmos and beyond. Plus, it's on our dime, so call in and please make it juicy.
We have Birdman on line 1.
Birdman? What kind of name is that? Polish?
It's a nickname.
Oh, you don't say. Well, Birdman, you have Sophia all to yourself, so ask away.
When I was a child, my best friend was a kid down the street named Ben. Ben got hit by a car while we were skateboarding on a Friday night and died after a year-long coma.
I'm sincerely sorry to hear that.
Oh, poor thing.
Glad we're keeping it light over here.
Please continue if you don't mind.
I never really felt right after he was gone. In fact, I felt him pass right before I got the phone call.
That's not surprising at all. Fondness brings about spiritual connection.
I'd like to know how he is, if he's, okay on the other side.
Birdman, I'm all joking aside, I'm sincerely sorry to hear this.
I need you to concentrate now. Think deeply about your friend and breathe in and out slowly. I see him. He's sitting on a log, and he's smiling. He has dark brown hair.
He does?
It's a blonde color that's getting darker. Like he would have had darker hair when he gets older. He's not older here, though. He's exactly the way you remember him. Not just young and carefree, but happy.
Thank you so much.
It was my pleasure.
Wow, that was powerful.
Very.
If our callers don't mind, I'd like to take a moment to ask Sophia about someone, if that's all right.
Well, of course.
My brother David. He disappeared when I was 17 and he was 15.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Thank you. We never figured out what happened, where he went, if he's alive anymore. Is there any way you can just tell me anything about him?
Yes. He's with us now. He's standing right next to you. His hand is on your shoulder right now.
My right shoulder?
Yes.
I can feel it.
He's smiling. He's happy. Unfortunately, he crossed over about 3 years after he disappeared.
What happened? What happened to him?
He's not ready to tell you. Not yet. He's just so happy that he's speaking to you now through me.
Can I talk to him?
Yes, he's listening right now.
But I mean, can he answer, through you? Could I, like, hear his voice?
I can try. Hosting spirits is never a guaranteed process.
Could you please just try for me? I'll totally understand if you can't.
Okay. Ricky?
David?
I'm here. I can't talk long, but thank you for never forgetting about me.
I would never forget about you, David. I couldn't. I know you don't want to talk about what happened back when we were kids, but can I ask you something else?
Yeah.
Do you think it's good radio to pretend you have a dead brother?
What?
I'm an only child, so whoever you are full of crap!
Are you okay?
What, did you catch yourself on your zipper?
I don't know what happened.
You mean when I busted you for pretending to talk to a dead relative of mine that doesn't exist?
No, that's just it. Who was that? I don't know that spirit.
You're really sticking to this, aren't you? Not willing to accept defeat, huh?
No, I'm scared. I'm scared for all of us. You never want to meet a spirit you don't know the name of.
Hold on. So now you're telling me there are evil spirits?
Of course there are.
I thought the spirit world was just a group of people in white robes playing Chinese checkers and telling psychics to tell their clients, you will experience problems today.
I'm not a demonologist, and I know not to delve into what I don't understand.
Is that so? I've made an entire career out of doing just that.
This isn't a joke.
Is pretending to speak to people's dead loved ones a joke?
How dare you?
Why don't you prove something if you want to save your reputation with all the fine people of D.C.?
The phone lines are dead. Not a single caller.
That doesn't bode well for future book sales and personal appearances, so double or nothing. Prove that you can do something other than tell people general and vague advice about dating.
I won't dance just because you tell me to.
I'm not asking you to dance. I'm asking you to do what you said you would do. Show us a spirit. Show us something unexplainable.
I don't have to show you jack.
Whoa. Did you catch that before it went out?
Yes, sir.
Damn, Kitty's got claws over here.
I would like to leave now.
Well, before you go, don't you think we should find out who the big, scary, evil spirit is?
You are a rude man.
Where are all the demons at? Where are the spirits, huh? Come on, bring on the evil. Make us afraid. Make us humble.
How about you go to hell?
Rick, are you okay?
Oh, really cute.
Hello?
No, I'm serious. I'm leaving now.
Be quiet, Montebank. I don't want to hear your woeful voice. You are no diviner. I stood beside you this entire evening, staring into you, and you didn't notice, not even once.
This is pathetic.
You couldn't summon flatulence, so do not believe you have summoned me. I was summoned a long time ago, and I've waited with a patience you will never know. Go back to your hotel, enjoy your hamburger and your milkshake while you ponder if you'll ever be able to pay your mother back.
I will smash both of your asses.
You never will, by the way. She'll lose her house, and all you'll have to show for the hard work and hustle is an Adderall addiction. Good night.
I guess I can't say I'm surprised.
Lock the door behind her. We are the only ones here, and we wouldn't want her coming back.
Sure.
All right. Start calling now. We'd love to hear from you.
Okay. Yeah, we have a call.
David, you seem well tonight.
Yeah, David.
Yeah, hey, Ricky and Rocco. I thought the trick you pulled on that chick was really awesome.
You're a friend to me, so please, call me Locke.
Okay.
She loves you, David.
What? Wait, what?
Erin, the girl at work. She has that butch nose ring that you don't want to admit you find Very sexy. Ask her out. She's literally waiting.
Yeah, I will. I don't know what to say. How do you know that?
Just say thank you to your good friend, Locke.
Right, well, yeah, man, thanks. Thanks, Locke.
You're welcome. Next caller.
We don't have...
David on line 3.
How the hell did you do that?
Hello, David. Not to be confused with, of course, the last David.
Yeah, what kind of gag is this?
None. You're a good man. You like to laugh, and you're always helping people in your neighborhood. They're a lot older than you, and they appreciate you a lot.
What?
I'm just telling you because you wonder. They are the family you don't have, but you're still very alone. Might want to work on that before time catches up with you. Now hang up before your microwave popcorn gets cold.
Nice. Showing everyone how to psychic, huh?
It's not quite the same thing, but the results are. Keith on line 2.
Oh yeah, here you go.
Is this for real?
It's the transmission on your truck. Trade it in as soon as you can.
Wow. Thanks.
Morgan, line 2.
Yeah.
Hi, my question is, how can I make more money?
Quit your side jobs. They're wasting your time. Get a full-time job, first place that takes you, and put in all your energy. That will be more than enough to get you where you want to be in a few years.
Oh, thanks for the advice. Thank you so much, Locke.
Have a great night.
We should probably go to break.
Sure.
It's the Rick and Rock Show, 101.9 WGAB.
Your nation, your talk.
101.9 WGAB, the voice of the nation's capital.
Welcome to the world of seduction on Midnight Rendezvous. I'm your host, Sylvia, and every Friday at midnight, I invite you to join me on a tantalizing exploration of sex and relationships. No topic is off limits on Midnight Rendezvous. From provocative discussions to expert advice, we fearlessly delve into the depths of desire, guiding you through the forbidden and the intoxicating. Together, we'll unlock the secrets of pleasure, unleash your inner temptress, and create connections that ignite your soul. Midnight Rendezvous is where boundaries fade, fantasies come alive, and you're free to embrace the art of seduction. Join me, Sylvia McLean, on Midnight Rendezvous, every Friday at midnight right here on 101.9 WGAB. Let the seduction begin.
This is the Rick and Rock Show on 101.9 WGAB. Or I guess, should I call it the Lock and Rock Show?
Has a good ring to it, doesn't it?
It rhymes, and that never hurts.
You think a lot about pain, don't you?
I was playing along to keep the show going, but you didn't break your character at all during the break, and now I'm just annoyed.
There's no character to break. I've told you, I am Locke. That's pretty simple.
Okay, Locke. So then where's Rick?
He's not far away.
And you've taken over his body?
And mind, yes.
And how does that work exactly?
The weakness is pain. That's where you find the gap to fit into.
How does that assist you in possessing someone?
When you enter their mind, you have to put them in a kind of mental purgatory. Put them somewhere where they can't leave.
And that is pain?
Pain, trauma, whatever's clever. You place them into that memory, and they'll stay there for as long as you need them to.
So my friend Ricky is...
He's in Iraq with the Marine Corps. His friend shoved him away from an improvised explosive and died painfully. Your typical, why him and not me kind of pain. Very, very common, actually.
That sounds like hell.
It is hell. For him, anyway. Are you enjoying this? Finally getting something out of 4 years in broadcasting school?
3.5 years. I'm a naturally curious person.
And yet, you spend a lot of time forgetting.
What are you cracking at?
Your wife. You'd never attempt to think about her, not while sober.
I see my wife every day, so nice try, Locke.
Your first wife.
She is my first wife.
There you go again, hiding your head under the covers just like when you were a boy and your mother would yell at your father. What a myopic child you were. Just because you can't see or hear it doesn't mean it isn't happening.
If I ever told you any of that, it was in confidence. I can't believe you're saying that now. Do we really need ratings this bad?
I am not your loudmouth disc jockey friend. You know it too. But there you are again, head under the covers, shallow breaths to not make a sound.
I've known you for 12 years, and if this is how it's going to be, I'm out of here.
You haven't known me at all. But I've been with you since that night. 16 years ago. When the raindrops were hitting your windshield so hard, they made loud pops, one after the other after the other.
I swear to God.
Good luck with that. You had the radio shut off in your car, trying to concentrate while your first wife, Beth, was wheezing and convulsing.
Please.
It was her first. She was scared, but ready to see what came next, and really ready to head to the delivery room and get it all over with. You, on the other hand, were nervous. You were trying your best to get to that hospital as fast as you could. You couldn't bear the sound of her screams.
It hadn't been raining long.
Of course not. You couldn't have known how slick those roads were.
My tires were bald. I was waiting till the next paycheck to replace them.
You were only 19 years old, barely an adult yourself, breaking your back laying carpet 14 hours a day to save up for a down payment on a starter home.
I was tired.
You were tired.
I drove too fast.
Rocky Stevens, always in a hurry.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. It wasn't your fault. No one would ever think you did that on purpose, careening around on a wet road with your pregnant wife in labor, hitting the median, through a guardrail, and straight into a ditch. In my impressively old age, my memory sometimes fails me. How long did she beg for help?
Maybe 10 minutes.
Right. She stopped just as the fire truck and police arrived.
How do you know this?
I was there. Your child's life was a gift to me. Since then, I've been repaying you in kind. New wife, new job. Rocky gets what Rocky wants.
You killed her?
No. I just made it my business to be there, right as the clock struck midnight, so to speak. Wherever you go, I'm there.
I never wanted any of this.
No one would ever think you did. It was so clearly an accident.
I shouldn't blame myself, but it's just hard to process it.
Of course. It was tragic. The worst possible outcome of that situation.
Yeah.
But then again, you weren't entirely ready to be a father.
No one is.
Of course. But really, you resented all the long hours. You resented the idea of dedicating all the time that you have to a screaming pile of soft flesh.
I love my kids.
Do you? I suppose second time is a charm in this case. Of course, on this go-around, you had a job you loved with a degree paid for by an insurance settlement. Would you even be on the radio if it weren't for that accident? No. You would be breaking your back. Maybe a contractor of your own, but owning your own business just means longer and longer hours.
I would do anything for them.
Now is a very safe time to say that. I made sure you were taken care of and that luck went your way ever since.
Because of my wife and child.
The child, really.
I never wanted anything to happen to them.
Well, you certainly got a good deal out of it. I recall you just closed on a 6,000 square foot house. In-ground heated swimming pool, right?
Fuck you!
Oh, now. Language. The FCC is no laughing matter.
I'm leaving. You can just fuck yourself, whatever you are.
Now. Language. The FCC is no laughing matter.
I'm leaving, and you can just go fuck yourself, whatever you are.
Oh, no. Because you see, there's an issue of your debt.
What do you mean, debt?
The last few years have been on credit, you see. And I think it's time you pay up for more of my good graces.
I'm done with this.
No, you are not! You paid with one child! What's one more for another 15 years of fortune, right?
What the fuck are you talking about? No!
I'm feeling generous, okay? I'd be willing to Sit down! I'd be willing to accept you instead. To pay off the interest.
What?
Head out from under the covers, Rocky. You know exactly what I mean and exactly what I want. You don't get a job like this from only talking. You also know how to listen. When I leave here tonight, I will take a child and lay fortune and more fame at your feet.
And you're telling me this for everyone to hear?
Everyone already knows these deals are made. Any attempt to say one doesn't is simply an act of feigned virtue.
Fuck you! I won't let you!
How is that? I was there when they were born. I can be with them anytime I choose. You know, the strange thing is, both of your children were born on a Tuesday. Odd coincidence, I'd say. But really and truly, the youngest is the best bargain for me. She has that poster of the big purple dinosaur. The left corner was torn off when you moved it from her door to the wall next to her bed.
What do I have to do?
To keep your children safe, we have to end our arrangement. Look next to your left hand. That nasty little thing you use to open envelopes. That will do fine.
And I...
You know exactly what you need to do with it. That's the police, Rocky. They're on to this negotiation, and I need to leave. They won't let you do it once they break through. So, what will it be?
I don't know.
You or your youngest child, and you don't know? You don't know if you want your little baby to live or die?
I don't want to die.
Then make the decision. Just like you did in the car when you ran off the road. You don't even have to say it, let alone admit it to yourself. Just want it. And it is done.
No!
Decide! You or your child! Decide now before they take away the choice!
Oh, God!
God isn't helping you! Why should today be any different than any other?
I'm scared!
Love is scary. Love is terrifying. I'm proud of you. What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? Jesus Christ, what the fuck? I hope you all enjoyed that story as much as I did, as well as our very talented cast. We all wanted to give you something very special for allowing us to entertain you over 200 times, and I think we accomplished it. Make sure to stick around after the closing segment for the overture of the weekly spooky theme written and composed by Ray Mattis, and a list of all of the wonderful people who helped make this episode possible. And speaking of people who have helped make this episode possible, let's talk about the people who've helped make this entire show possible. The folks who support us on Patreon and also just listen every week. It makes a humongous difference from the bottom of my heart. Thank you. I love doing this, and I love sharing it with you, and I love hearing that you're listening to this while you're hanging out at work or on a long commute or whatever it may be, that it brings you comfort and joy and, of course, some spookies. That sincerely means everything in the entire world to me. So thank you so very much. And I want to say an extra special thank you to our Patreon podcast boosters, folks who pay just a little bit more to hear their names at the end of the show. Bobbletopia.com, Megan Hua, Julia Kirsch, Brent McCullough, Steve King, Karen Weemet, Jack Kerr, and Craig Cohen. Thank you all so much, and if you want to join them at Patreon for as little as $1 a month, just go to weeklyspooky.com and get a bonus episode every single month, a behind-the-scenes look at everything we do, and of course, my undead gratitude. My goodness, my friends, it has been a long week with lots of work put into that episode. I hope you all enjoyed it, and let me know if you want to hear more audio dramas in the future. You never know what we might come up with next. But for now, for myself, for my composer Ray Mattis, for my producer Dan Wilder, and my executive producer Rob Fields, I will talk at you another 200 times.
Thank you for listening. Make sure to find your way back next week. But for now, you are safe. Trust me.
Over the Scare was written and produced by Henrique Couto. The voice cast features Henrique Couto, Dan York, Rachael Redolfi, Andrew Heaton, George Hrobb, Michelle Antisocial, Charles Campbell, Dan Wilder, David O'Hanlon, David Denoyer, Michelle from Aura Voice, Mike Ashkowi, Rob Fields, Joe Salmo, Morgan Moore, and Keith Tomlin. The weekly spooky theme song was composed by Ray Mattis and arranged for piano and performed by Francesco Corrado. All other music and sound effects were provided by Audio Blocks. This recording is copyright 2023, Henrique Couto. All rights reserved. Thank you all so much. I hope you loved it as much as we loved doing it for you, and it's time to get started on another 200, my friends. So now, jam out to Ray Mattis's incredible theme song for Weekly Spooky, and I'll see you all next week.